How do I raise this?
Take it off.
I need my hands.
You have to consider the other storytellers.
I'll put it back. Checking. Hello, Margot.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm chill.
That's good. That's good. You're chill and I'm Phil.
Hey.
So in the spirit of tomorrow being International Women's Day, and as Soula said, I am indeed an ally. I thought I would give every woman what she truly wants, and that's for a guy to just be quiet for a change. So, enjoy. That would have been so easy. No, I am contractually obliged, I assume, to give you some form of entertainment. And I thought, as I said, tomorrow is International Women's Day, so of course I should speak on the women who have had impact in my life. And yeah, who can I talk about? There's my mom. Yeah, she gave birth to me. So, good job, thank you. She also raised me, so great job. And yeah, my mom's cool. Oh, Miss Bradford. Okay, so Miss Bradford was a school teacher. She used to ride a motorcycle. So cool. And she taught me the joys of learning. So there's a woman who gave birth to me and a woman who taught me how to learn, so. Or maybe I could talk about famed Canadian singer Alanis Morissette. I don't really know her by any official capacity. I've never actually met her, but like, she gets me. You know? I can tell you know. You know. You've listened to Jagged Little Pill a couple of times. For me, a couple of thousand times. So yeah, women. We've got my mom, Miss Bradford, Alanis Morissette. Guys, can I be honest with you? I feel like I can trust you. I've had some eye contact here. I do really want to talk to you about all of the women who've had impact in my life, but in order to do so, I have a confession. I don't know how to say this. I'm a bit of a nerd, okay? I play Dungeons and Dragons. I've been a dungeon master for like 4 years now. I'm a pop culture junkie. Put me in front of the TV, put me in front of the computer, I'll consume it all. Yum, 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 yum. I mean, you can just beam me up to your nearest TARDIS and may the Force always be with you. This is the kind of guy that I am. And so if I want to talk about the women who have impacted my life, well, the truth is, most of them kick ass in high heels or metal bikinis. But don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, all right? I don't like these characters for the same reason as other men around me seem to like these characters. Put it a different way, if there ever was an ounce of heterosexuality within me, it died the moment Xena the Warrior Princess hit my screen. Oh my God, Xena, right? Like, oh my God. For those who don't know, and shame on you, you really should know. Like, go on YouTube, all the clips are there. She was this like Greek hero, a little bit taller than Soula. She wore like this like leather breastplate and this leather skirt, and she just was this dominatrix who would personally kick the ass of every single member of the patriarchy. Every single one. It didn't matter if you were a soldier, if you were a king, if you were a god, Xena was gonna kick your ass. And she did this alongside her sidekick, her roommates, sapphic lover, Gabrielle.
Yes.
Oh my God, Xena, she was fierce, she was iconic, she was a legend, and for a young gay boy like me staying firmly glued to the TV, she was the moment. Like, come on. You know, like I loved her so much that a part of me kind of wanted to be her so much that like when I grew into this gay identity and I wanted to buy sexy clothes for myself, I saw this leather kilt. And ever since then, I've been living my Xena fantasy. I mean, shout out to anyone who's seen me at Gay Pride or Milkshake. You know what's up. But it's not just Xena. There were other characters on TV as well. Like, another example. I, in good faith, could not say to you that Captain Janeway of Star Trek Voyager is better than Captain Jean-Luc Picard of Star Trek The Next Generation. But I can't say to you that she's any worse either. She's a completely different situation. I mean, if you look at it, if you really look at it, I mean, if there are any Trekkies in the room, let's stop having this conversation. Janeway and Picard, completely different. Well, Captain Jean-Luc Picard is out there in the Alpha Quadrant doing trade negotiations with the Romulans. My coffee-drinking space mom had been sent all the way to the Delta Quadrant, where she had to fight for her fucking life with only a group of Enro? Like, come on! Completely different situations. And you know who she had to fight against? Do you know? She had to fight against the Borg Queen. The Borg Queen. And you know who she was? She was this, like, Berlin, Bergheim, techno, latex. And she was trying to get everyone to join her poly community, but Janeway said no. And she had to fight against her with inferior technology. So you asked me who I'd rather embody. The aristocratic diplomat keeping it safe around the solar system? Or this caffeine-fueled badass sent to the very edges of the universe and forced to survive? Or Amsterdam, as I call it. Another example, and this is probably a better example of what existed on TV at the time. This was a pinnacle series, groundbreaking, critically acclaimed. Of course, I'm referring to Baywatch. Now, Baywatch starred fellow Canadian Pamela Anderson, who is known for her acting talents. And she played a lifeguard who was in this skimpy little bathing suit. And maybe it's uncomfortable in this day and age to reference something that's so obviously like an example of the male gaze. But in defense of the show, it also starred David Hasselhoff in a red swimsuit. Nice. He was a handsome man. I'm not denying that. So I mean, when you look at Baywatch as being like exploitative, yes, but also camp as fuck. And for like a young boy like me, like sitting in front of the TV and watching this show, like I could never be Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator. I didn't see myself growing up to becoming John Wayne in those war films and westerns that my family watched. But I could see myself forgoing my love interest of that week in order to run down in perfectly choreographed slow motion my hair, because I have hair, my body, the ocean waves splashing over me, all of this in slow motion, that soundtrack playing, I'll be ready whenever you need me. And I'd be doing this in order to selflessly save somebody's life from a shark attack. Because that's the kind of person I am. I am the friend who will come to rescue you and look hot while doing it. But it wasn't just TV shows, all right? There's also video games. One video game in particular was a video game where you didn't play as like Duke Nukem, who's this like muscular guy who'd shoot aliens with like rocket launchers. And you didn't play as this like faceless Marine defeating demons on Mars. No, you played as Lara Croft. Okay, so like Lara Croft, she was this female version of Indiana Jones, and she wore these like booty shorts, these like cargo booty shorts, super hot. And then she also wore this like tank top, super hot, and a little backpack as an accessory. And she'd go around to these dangerous ancient temples, and she'd be doing like backflips and defeating dinosaurs with dual-wielding pistols. Oh my God, the first time I played as Lara Croft, it was the first time that as a little boy, an ever so silent, yes, queen, escaped me. But honestly, among these examples, among these characters, I mean, these are characters that are from my personal past. They clearly shaped some kind of identity that's standing before you. But I do have to say that thank God we have evolved from this form of storytelling. I am so grateful that as I continue to be a nerd and I continue to consume popular culture, that we are seeing an evolution of women in popular culture. I mean, I'm so happy that we don't need Pamela Anderson in order to sell a female hero, that female heroes have grown up. If you guys start to look at what's out there on the TV and in video games, you'll find characters like the Crystal Gems from the show called Steven Universe. It's a kid's show. These female aliens, they come to help this kid through trauma and through emotional experience, and they're still able to be badass. Maybe more popular, there's Hermione from Harry Potter, also super informed, stands up for her friends, has noble values, also super badass. It's amazing. It's funny to me, okay? Because when I was thinking about this story, I remembered a moment when I'd first come out to my mom, and she said to me, "Phil, but you love Xena. You love Pamela Anderson. You love Lara Croft. How could you be gay?" And I said to my mom, "Yeah, it's true. I do love Xena. And I do love Pamela Anderson. And I do love Lara Croft. But it's not because I want to be with these women. It's because I look up to them. Because they're heroes." And maybe at the time, as a little boy, I didn't have myself fully figured out. Maybe I was just replicating how I thought a little boy should act when he's seeing these kind of characters on TV, but something within me clung to this image of these women holding on to something that I feared within me, my own femininity. And not only could they hold on to it, not only could they harness it, sometimes they were even better, more capable than their heteromasculine counterparts. So look at me. I don't have the biceps or the 1980s mullet of Sylvester Stallone's Rambo. And I'm pretty sure I would make a terrible RoboCop. I would rather serve chamomile than justice. But I don't have to be.